And YouTube says we're streaming. So
Sweet. Our chat, if there's any chat.
I know.
Are you ready for me to hit record on Zoom?
I'm getting feedback
Sure,
from you,
let's
though.
record. You can do that. And YouTube says we're streaming.
Can
So
you mute the playback? Yeah, that'd be awesome. And then
our
we're good.
chat, if there's any chat.
I know.
Are you ready?
Is that better?
Yes.
I love
Yep.
how we just like
Good.
we're like streaming goddesses.
Well, we're doing better. We're getting there. Yes.
Well, I'm going to show my pajamas. I don't know that we can see anybody else's, but this is what I'm wearing right now.
I love your pajamas. I have my like Year
So
of the Dragon
comfy.
PJs going.
Yeah, they're super comfy and
Yeah.
they're silk.
Oh, that's amazing.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we are going to talk about how to be comfy in our jammies and our bedding. This is Barbara Badolati, and I'm the author of Sleep Blissful, Natural Ways to Fall Asleep, Stay Asleep, and Wake Refreshed.
I'm Helen Cernett, the host of Sleep Lists and speaker on the power and value of sleep. And I'm so excited to be at our pajama party.
Well, and a little secret that a lot of people don't know about us sisters in Seattle is that we're both from Michigan, and I'm visiting Michigan right now, and you just got back.
I got back in May, and then I'm going back to the Upper Peninsula in like 2 weeks.
The UP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
the good old UP.
People kind of forget about that beautiful part of our state.
My mom is from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and she purchased, it was so funny, like it's a stained glass kind of map of Michigan that has an enormous Upper Peninsula and a little tiny mitten.
I know.
It's like this little tiny mitten charm that's like dangling down from this giant map of like stained glass map of the counties of the Upper Peninsula, because she gets so frustrated. She would get so frustrated with the fact that people would forget about her, roots, like her land in that rural Upper Peninsula. But it is a weird, like it's attached to Wisconsin. It's a weird part of Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's been really great. I've been here actually almost 6 weeks now, and we had the most wicked storm. I mean, it was like constant lighting, thunder consistently, and it was just like a deluge. It was just pouring. And so I was just like, we don't get those kinds of storms in the Pacific Northwest. It rains, but not storm.
We rarely get lightning. In fact, when lightning and thunder happens, people are like, whoa. Whereas like that's kind of like Midwest norms, right? And then that the whole sky like dumping buckets on you. Like we get to get these like little sprinkles out here in Seattle, but like that rain that just like it doesn't even have a chance to saturate into the ground or anything. It just like floods everywhere. That we don't get very often.
It's been really fun. I was really blessed to be able to be here for this long of time, did the retreat, all of that. Yeah. So we got to dive in why we decided to wear our jammies.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite? Yeah. Do you have a favorite jammy or a favorite one?
I mean, like kind of the newest ones I've got, right? Like these are like my new faves because they're so fun. And they also kind of like are secret loungewear. Like I can wear them outside and it's like fine. They aren't actually my favorite ones for sleeping in. They're more like my favorite ones for lounging in. I am a big fan of my birthday suit. So I feel like those are actually my favorite jammies. Is my birthday suit is like I sleep in the buff most of the time. But when I do wear pajamas, it's usually like all cotton and like pants and a t-shirt. I don't wear nightgowns. Like my mom was really into like nightgowns and like long nightgowns. She wore long nightgowns because she wanted to be able to like curl her feet up in the bottom of the nightgown. Like
maybe she needed a footsie onesie or something. My grandmother made us nightgowns every year for Christmas. She sewed, and they would end up winding up all around and be at the top of my chest. I'd have this bulk of material. The rest of me was naked. I never liked nightgowns. And yet every year we got the nightgowns. Now I do like to sleep with pajamas because it's almost like there's a layer of insulation. And when I don't, which of course there's been many times that I haven't, I get a little bit chilled. So it's interesting that people, have different experiences. Some people like nighties, some people like the PJs with
different times a year, right? Like, so like summertime versus wintertime. And especially if you're in a climate where like you get all 4 seasons, you might have different preferences for what you put on your bed and also on your body when you're sleeping.
Yeah. So let's talk about what gets on your body.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
sorry, I was gonna pull up our like little cheat sheet of info. I like had it open and then I moved
One of
away
the
from
things
it.
that we talked about was natural fibers because it regulates your temperature. It's much more comfortable. It's better for your skin. I mean, the biggest thing that we wanted to share is that your skin is your biggest, largest organ. And so
Yes.
let's talk about not only your skin being exposed to whatever that fiber is in your sheets and your pajamas, if you wear them, but also even like detergent and what's going on in the air around us in our bed.
Yes. Like whatever you wash your clothes in, you are sleeping in those chemicals, like your clothes and your sheets. And I had an interesting experience when I was just at my dad's. He uses a detergent different than what I use. And I developed a rash, like a really big rash on my arms. And I realized I was sleeping in a t-shirt and pants, so I was pretty well covered, except for my arms. And I got this crazy rash on my arms from the detergent in the sheet. And the second we rewashed, like the night, like we rewashed everything in allergen free detergents and put it back on the bed and a little bit of cream, and I was fine. But it really does affect my skin a lot. I have to be really careful with my detergents for daily wear, but especially for sleep and what's on my
Yeah,
bed.
and most people do know these things now, and some people do practice them. And some people think, oh, I'm not allergic, or this is cheaper, or whatever. But I mean, I think there's a lot of natural products too that people use. The point is that whether you notice the allergens, they're still full of perfumes and chemicals, and it's not even good for our water, much less for our skin. So maybe just that could be a little thing that you do differently that we want to share with all of you. And then that leads us into, well, and also just being comfortable, which we talked about. It also leads us into the bedding, the fabric of our bedding, which could change with seasons as well.
I love the like feel of new clean cotton sheets. Like when you just get into bed, like a freshly made bed, it's like, oh, so beautiful. And that like, I mean, for me, all of our bedding is cotton. We just I've tried to use other things and it either doesn't last long enough, like it's not durable enough for us, or I sweat like crazy. Like there's nothing worse than having like nylon, or like I guess not nylon, polyester, like that sort of, it's just got acrylic and stuff in it that is just plastic essentially, and it's like wrapping yourself in a plastic bag.
Yes. And also, not only does cotton, like natural fibers, again, help to wick away sweat and make it more comfortable, because a lot of people, their temperature, well, first of all, when you're sleeping, your temperature drops. And so, and some people have the hot flashes too. So these are just a few things that, and even like a silk pillow can be really nice for your skin, for your hair. And
It's
also,
more antibacterial, that like it's like the pillowcases. I mean, people talk all the time about using silk bonnets or pillowcases for your hair, but it's really good for your face and skin too.
yeah, and there was something else that you were saying when you chose that you use the cotton sheets, and Well,
Well,
it'll
there are
come
so
out.
many natural fibers though. I mean, like whether you're using cotton or if you love wool, I'm allergic to wool, but
Well,
if you
I
love
love
wool,
bamboo. I've used bamboo
yes.
before, and that's super soft
Yeah.
too. And it doesn't wrinkle as much as cotton sheets. But yeah, that's one of my favorite things too, is as a newly, oh, I know what it was. Thank you. Uh, one of the best things you can do for your sleep is to make your bed in the morning. And we're going to talk a little bit about your bedroom too and the environment because but making your bed in the morning, changing your sheets. I was really surprised when I was doing some research that people don't wash their sheets. Like
Not
you,
as much as they should. I mean, it's like it takes a whole load of laundry, maybe two, that gets stuck in the dryer. It doesn't get dry. Like it feels like it takes the whole day, but it's worth it. Like get into a routine with your bedding.
yeah, every single week at least, if you think about all of the dead skin cells and eyelashes and hair and everything else that your body is releasing, cleansing, dissipating. And so, yeah, it does feel really good to have a fresh sheet set on and sleeping, but also be in the habit of making your bed in the morning and
Yes.
make it as simple as possible. I mean, I don't even do hospital corners anymore. I just
No.
throw my comforter on, shake it out a little bit. Oh, that was the other thing too, is make sure, I learned this from Martha Stewart.
Oh,
Make sure that you take your blankets and your comforter out at least every quarter, every couple months, and just let it line dry or put it over a picnic table with, a dirty sheet underneath it or something, and let the sun, because the sun actually going into sheets and pillows and down comforters and so on helps to, again, create that antibacterial
yeah, the sun is really good at killing bacteria and germs and any kind of stuff that's hanging onto your sheets. I mean, it is like I almost think of it as a luxury. It's kind of funny. Like the idea of line drying was such a like, oh, that's a I mean, growing up, it was like, oh, we would line dry things, and it felt like that was something that we did because we
because
were
you were
middle
poor,
or lower class,
because you didn't have
right?
a dryer.
Right. Like we were poor, even though we had a dryer. But like my mom loved the idea, especially in the summertime, of getting the sheets and the towels and everything out.
Boy, they smell so good.
Yeah, and that fresh air through them, it really does make a difference. And they smell good, but it's not a perfume. It's not, I mean, try not to do it in the middle of pollen season. Like out here, sometimes I feel like we get that pollen that just sticks to everything. That's no good. But but if you can put them out on the balcony or like, yeah, it's so
Yeah.
great to have clean sheets like that.
Yeah, put them over the. So this is just a little bit of like some tips that if you're not already doing, we want you to do. And then we were talking more about the whole environment of your bedroom and electromagnetic field, which we have with the radio, our cell phones, all of that, which can disrupt our sleep. And
TV, you
also
might still have your
clutter.
TV. If you have a TV in the bedroom and it's plugged in all the time, like it's doing a lot of background emitting of stuff of electromagnetic field. Like there's still electricity running through it.
Yeah, so unplug things. We were thinking of maybe a challenge where you take off your watch, right? No
Yep.
watches, no phones, unplug everything. Some of my retreats, I take all the clocks and cover them up and have everybody take their clocks off, because a part of sleep patterns is also being in your own circadian rhythm, which is that 24 cycle
Yep.
of rhythm, right? And the more that we can connect with nature and the sun and light and darkness, that helps to regulate our own melatonin,
Yeah, I was
endorphins,
gonna say.
all of that. So if you can create your room to support that natural way of living and sleeping, you're going to have much better sleep and quality too.
Well, and if some of your issues are with falling asleep, sometimes the environment that you're in, like how you keep your room and whether or not it's cluttered, you got clothes on the floor, you've got like, a disaster zone versus having everything put away or at least
An
behind
office,
doors.
exercise equipment, all of that.
Yeah. If you can clear out your room so that it's for sleeping primarily, getting dressed, sleeping, intimacy, but like just having it be everything in its place, that can send sort of subliminal messages to your mind that it's calm and it's safe and you can relax.
Yes, and it's the same kind of consistent routine. John Hopkins just released a study that said that people can increase their sleep quality by 52% greater when they have a consistent environment and practice. So once again, the times that you go to bed, but also what are those jammies that feel comfortable, or the sheets that wick away that sweat when you have that hot flash, like really making your sleep space a sanctuary. Get rid of that clutter, unplug stuff, or at least cover up the TV with a scarf or something.
Yeah.
So that your subconscious is saying, okay, this is our time to sleep. And even if you wake up in the middle of the night, you're already in an environment that helps you to fall asleep again, much easier.
Yeah, anything that you can do to really have a number of things that you line up as your routine. Not to be like OCD about it, but the idea that like know one thing, but it's this combination of things. So if any one thing is missing, like you forgot your toothbrush on a trip, it's okay. You can brush with a different toothbrush, but like you still have your meditations or your prayers that you do in the evening. And you still have your routine of maybe stretches or exercises, and you have your favorite eye mask or your pillowcase. Like, take your pillowcase with you. You can put that on any pillow, anywhere. It doesn't take up very much space in your suitcase. And that can really help you be like, okay, this is where I lay my head to go to sleep. And I know I'm comfortable and safe here.
And the other thing that I learned is in your own bedroom, there is what's called an EMF protection canopy. Ooh. So if you really feel like having all of those devices, or you're really sensitive, your nervous system is picking up on all that, which is just accelerating more and more in our world, then maybe one of those sleep canopies would be appropriate. Just like there's the grounding mats that you can put on your mattress, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of things in your bedding, as well as your PJs, and your environment of your room, that can set you up for a good night's sleep.
I think a lot of people, their bed is such an afterthought. Like it's like the last thing that they think about creating as like a comfortable space for themselves. But we are talking about the place where you are spending roughly a third of your life. And so making that awesome is only going to improve the other 2/3 of your life where you're not in your bed.
Yeah, the statistic is the average adult spends 26 years of their life sleeping.
Yes.
I don't know. Does that include naps?
Yes, I love it. I love the idea of like, I've really shifted my mindset. Like even last night I was, I don't know. My husband and I were a little bit in a tiff, right? Like as we were going to bed, and we're fine. We woke up this morning, kissed each other. It's great. No big deals. But like, I was a little bit like, miffy. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be upset right now. I get to go to sleep. I get to dream. I get to recharge my brain. I get to like clean out my body. I get to help my immune system. Like, this is the best time of day. I get to go to sleep.
I know sleep is such a gift. Like,
yes.
How fortunate are people to be able to escape truly and start over?
Yeah.
As long as you don't bring the same stuff with you, like you and your husband didn't bring that tiff in with the next day. So that was brilliant.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, he just really, I wanted to cuddle and do affirmations and be all like lovey-dovey. We hadn't seen each other all day. And he was like, I just want to sleep. And I was like, you know what? Fine. I won't be angry at you. Sleep is fantastic. Like, you're not ignoring me by going to sleep. Like, I'm not missing out. I get to do cool things when I go to sleep.
Exactly.
I had to give myself a little sleep pep talk before I went to sleep.
Well, we want to hear from you. Like, we want to know what works for you in your environment. What do you have any suggestions on pillows or sleep mask or PJs or washing clothes or any of that? Because we're just throwing out a lot of things that work for us as people that also sleep. And so we would love to hear from people as well.
And if you're wondering where you can go to learn more about some of the best sleep products, so like, we're not specifically endorsing any one thing or whatever here. I mean, although we all have our favorites and we have things that, affiliates and stuff like that, but there you can go to the Sleep Foundation and look for their recommendations. They've been well tested, and they are really looking at the helping people get the best quality sleep possible. So they're well ranging in their recommendations.
Yeah, it's a nonprofit. It's the National Sleeping Foundation, and they've been around for decades. And so they're really getting their kudos now, finally. But they look at affordability, quality, all of that with mattresses and all kinds of resources. So that is a really great resource that we wanted to impart on all of you as well. And we have resources too.
We do have resources.
So if anybody wants the book, Sleep Blissful, I will sign it for you. It's $15. It's on my website, sleepblissful.com.
It has so many of the things that we've talked about in our episodes, but it goes further into depth. It's a great resource. You should look into it. I have the sleeplists.com podcast to help you go to sleep, and I'm starting to add tools and tips and tricks to the episodes as well, so that there's an interspersing of episodes that help you fall asleep and episodes that you listen to when you're awake.
Yeah. And we're actually going to relax this summer. We're not going to do a session. We're not going to do a live next month. But we will be back, and we look forward to hearing from you and supporting you in your sleep.
Yay.
And your blissful life.
Take care, everybody.
Thanks,
Love you all, and happy PJ parties. Thank you. It's been so much fun.
Yeah. I'll see you in Seattle.